Hello, good morning, and welcome to Pilates in Pajamas class if you're watching this live, and welcome to the recording if you're watching this later. I'm Betka and I'm a back pain coach and an evidence-based clinical Pilates instructor here in Dallas, Texas. If you have chronic back pain, it's not about doing one exercise. It's about constantly doing something that is accessible for you so you can actually stay consistent with it. And this is exactly why I created this Pilates in Pajamas program for you, so you can feel better and get rid of your morning back pain. So if this is you, please subscribe to my channel now, and I so appreciate you for supporting me so I can make more videos just for you. Now, you don't need any special equipment for today's class except a soft surface to lay on. You can just use your carpet. But if you have a yoga mat, please grab your yoga mat now because we are about to begin now. Perfect. And we are going to start in a seated position today. And since we are going to be on our hands and knees, we are going to warm up our wrist first, okay? So what we're gonna do is we are just going to do some circles with our wrist to warm it up. And I so appreciate you being here with me and working out with me. And if you're staying, please let me know which exercise was your favorite exercise. And you can even comment the least favorite exercise as well. I would love to hear your feedback. Very good. And now we are going to reverse the circles. Very good. And now interlace your fingers and then just again moving the wrist to one direction and then to the other direction. Beautiful. Now, inhale, nod your chin. You can have your hands on your knees. And then as you exhale, we're gonna go down as far as we can. Flex forward, drop your head. You can roll your shoulders. Then we're gonna take a big breath in here. And then as we exhale, we are going to lift up and then look up. And then again, inhale, nod your chin. Roll down through your spine. Very good. And then take a deep breath in at the bottom. And then as you exhale, push all the way back up. Then let's do one more. Inhale, drop your chin. Exhale, go down as far as you can. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, come all the way back up. Beautiful. Have your hands either kind of like behind your head or neck. And then as we inhale, we are going to bring our elbows together and then we are going to send our back behind us. And then we're gonna look up. So we are working now on our mid back as well. So in every class, we are trying to move the whole spine in every direction possible. And this is exactly why one exercise is never enough to help with your back pain. And one exercise will never fix your back pain. Consistent movement, strengthening, working on your mobility and flexibility will definitely help you. Very good. Let's do two more. And then one more. Very good. And then from here, we are going to be on our hands and knees as I promised. So have your knees right under your pelvis and then your hands under your shoulders. If your knee is not comfortable in this position, you can actually prop yourself up. You can use a couple of pillows or even a blanket. And then from here, we are going to push our feet all the way up as far as we can. And then drop it back down and then look up. So we were kind of like doing a very similar movement in the beginning, but now we are working against gravity. So this is a little bit more challenging. Very good. If you would like to strengthen your core at the same time and your back is okay with it, when you are pushing your t-shirt up, you can actually hover your knees off the floor, lower them back down and then look up. And this is a little bit more work for our shoulders as well as our arms, which is not a bad thing, but again, listen to your body. That's really important to work within your pain tolerance. We are all unique and different, and you know your body best. Okay, let's do 2 more. And then 1. Very good. And then have your knees together and feet together. And then we are going to drop the pelvis to one side and we are looking to the opposite direction. Come back to center and then we're gonna do the same. We're gonna drop the pelvis just side to side. Now, you can lift one knee up when you are going to the side. This is optional, okay? This is a little bit more, again, more challenging. And I'm not saying this is bad for you, but again, listen to your body and do the version you like this morning. You can even keep the foot on the other foot or you can even lift it up. Very good. And then let's do one more. And then bring it back. Nice. Sit back onto your heels, drop your head, roll the shoulders forward. And now we are going to rise up onto our knees and we are going to drop the pelvis down as far as we can. And then we are going to look up. And then again, sit back on your heels. Very good. And it's kind of like the cobra, what you do in yoga, but we are moving. Nice. Now, if your back hurts when you go all the way and it feels not comfortable, you go as far as your body allows you to. You can just keep it in mid-range. So just keep going back and forth. And then maybe with each movement, you can go a little bit deeper. But again, work within your pain tolerance, okay? There is no right or wrong way doing these movements. Very good. And you may lift your knees off the floor again if your body is happy with that movement. Because at the end of the day, we would like to move freely in our body, right? That's the purpose of doing these movements, to feel confident without back pain. Nice. Very good, and let's do 3 more. And 2. And then we have 1 more. And then we are going to stay here a little bit. I'm gonna lower my knees down and just stay here. Very good, for a good stretch. Now, what we're gonna do is we are going to have our hands further away from us. You can also keep your forearm down. And then we are just going to lift the chest up and then lower the chest down. I am going to lift my forearms off the floor because I would love this stretch. But again, you don't have to. You can just keep your forearms down. Very good. And you can also play with how much you would like to stretch. If you have your arms further away from you, that's less of a stretch. You see, I'm not coming up that high. If I have my hands closer to my body, I come up higher. So you can also play with that. We're gonna do 5 more. And then 1 more. Beautiful. And now we are going to strengthen our back extensors, because this was more like a stretch. Okay, have your hands hovering by your hips, and then we are going to lift the chest up and then lower the chest back down. Lift and lower. You may also lift your legs off the floor as well, and that puts more load on your low back and your back. Again, it's not a bad thing, but if it hurts, just go and do without lifting your legs. And you can also have your hands right in front of your forehead, or you can even extend your arms out, and that's again more challenging because the lever is further away from your body, so we put more load on your back extensors. Okay? I always give you options and you decide which option you do. 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Beautiful. Now we are going to lay down on our side, legs bent. And then you can have your arms right in front of you. We are going to lift the top arm up and we are going to look behind us, rotate the chest, and then bring it back. You can actually lower your arm all the way, but I can't because I have a wall here. Now my other favorite option is to have my hands around my head and neck. And then now we are leading with the elbow and then rotating the chest. Very good. It feels really good between my shoulder blades and my mid back, upper back. So simply we are just rotating the spine as I promised. We are moving the spine in every direction to really loosening things up. And 3, and 2, and 1. Very good, and now we are going to do the other side. You can just simply flip. Very good. So again, the two options, you can have your arms in front of you and then just rotate your chest. Very good, but I am going to have my hands around my head and neck and leading with the elbow and then rotating the chest and then all the way back in. Very good, and then just keep moving. And 3, and 2, and 1. Come all the way back in, and now we are going to lay down on our back. Have your hands, you can have your hands on your pelvis or down by your side. I'm going to have my hands on my pelvis. And then we are going to jam our back down against the floor and then now away from the floor. I'm going to have my arms up so you can see my back. So now we are jamming the back down against the floor and then away from the floor. So we are kind of like arching the back. And now you can actually see that the pelvis alters the shape of your lower back. Very good. Keep moving back and forth. Nice. And 3, and 2, and 1. Very good. And then have your arms by your side now. And then we are going to hover our pelvis off the floor. And then we're gonna lower it back down. And then a lift. And a lower. Go as high as you can. Try to go higher with each movement. And then lift and lower. You can even move your arms overhead to also work on your mid-back. You don't have to, but it's optional. Very good, and then let's do 2 more. And then 1. Now we're gonna do the same thing, but now we are going to have our right foot, the right ankle in front of our left knee, left thigh. And then we are just going to gently lift and lower. And lift and lower. And now we are actually stretching our pelvis as well. Very good. 3, and 2, and 1. Very good. Keep this here, and now we are going to bring this whole shape close to our body. You can use a belt here or a flex band or even a towel. And then just keep breathing. You don't have to lift your chest up. I just like to do that. Very good. And now we are going to switch, and now we are going to have the other foot, the other ankle. And now we are going to lift up and then lower down, and lift, and lower, and lift, and lower. 3, and 2, and 1. Beautiful. And now we are going to take this whole shape close to our chest. Very good. And just hold and breathe. Nice. Have your hands behind your head. And then jam your low back down against the floor, and we are going to lift the chest up and lower the chest back down. And lift and lower. And lift and lower. You can also have your hands, your arms hovering by your hips. And you can also lift your arms up to the ceiling to make it a little bit more challenging when you're coming up. Very good, but you don't have to. And 3, and 2, and 1. Very good. And now we are going to bring the right knee very close to our chest. Very good. Hold it here. And then the other knee in and hold it. And then let's do one more with the right. Very good. Keep pushing your low back down against the floor. That's when you get the good stretch. And then the last one with the left. Very good. And now let's hug both knees. Think about creating a very small shape with your body. And then keep pushing your low back down against the floor. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. 2 more breaths. Very good. And now we are going to sit up. And we're gonna finish with some side bending. You have the option to have your legs crisscross or in a big V out in front of you. And then we're gonna have one hand down. We're gonna soften this knee, elbow. See? We're gonna soften this elbow, the other hand, other arm goes up. We're gonna do some side bending here. Nice. And then we are just simply going side to side, lateral flexion of the spine. We are going to sprinkle in some rotation, why not? If you can. If your shoulder is not comfortable with this movement, you can just simply do this movement, okay? So you don't have to lift your arm up. Very good. Let's do one more each side. Beautiful. And now interlace your fingers above your head. Look up. And then take a big breath in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Let's do one more. Inhale. And then as you exhale, lower your arms down by your side. And thank you so much for being here with me and moving with me. If you liked what we did, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can support me so I can make more videos just for you. And I hope I see you again tomorrow morning at 9:15 a.m. Central US time, and have a lovely Thursday. Bye.